Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Just Saying Football with Jack and Sean. I'm your host, Sean Gann, alongside my partner, Jack McNicholas. We're here to bring you news, notes, weekly updates, and game analysis of your favorite teams from around the league. If you haven't had the chance, go check out our website at justsayingfootball.com and follow us on Instagram at justsayingwjs for article and video updates. Jack, we got a way too early award show going on. Let's start off with the Coach of the Year for 2021. Who you got?
For me, it's going to be Big Red, and Kansas City. It's going to be Andy Reid. After that Super Bowl loss last year, I'm expecting, him to come out with some fire and having an extra game to show out this offense, Patrick Mahomes, all these weapons. I think that it's a good opportunity for him to get his first Coach of the Year and since 2002. So I'm very excited for him. He hasn't lost in the last 3 years less than 4 games, out of a 16-game season. Now he's got 17 games. He's my pick early.
I love it. He's a great coach. He's a great coach. You? Moving to another coach also in the AFC. I'm going to look at Bill Belichick. He's getting his whole team back from the COVID list. They had the most COVID guys last year who opted out of the 2020 season. They did a lot in free agency, more than we've ever seen them, signing guys like Judon, getting back Kyle Noy, trading for Trent Brown, getting Jonnu Smith and Hunter Henry. The list goes on and on with their acquisitions. I'm ready for it. Not a lot of coaches win and go 7-8 with a quarterback who throws less than 10 touchdowns, and they got a new quarterback coming in to the building with Mac Jones. So moving on, we got Defensive Player of the Year. Jack, who you got?
For me, it's going to be Myles Garrett, Cleveland Browns, defensive end. Last 4 seasons since he was the number 1 pick, he has been absolutely tearing it up. What I love about him is just, he's able to attack any opposition. He's going to be in a great division here with the Browns and Ravens. Even with, the Bengals, they have some weapons. He's going to be, tasked with stopping all these quarterbacks, all these tough running backs in this division. And, last year he was able to get 12 sacks in 14 games, just showing how absolutely dominant he is. He's never failed to get under 7. I think this is the year that he makes that stride and becomes the Defensive Player of the Year. What about you?
Love it. Also go on edge rusher here. I'm looking over at Nick Bosa's way. Everyone, he got injured. Everyone's going to forget about him. I think coming into this season, he's going to be coming back with a vengeance after that injury early on. I think he could also be a candidate for Comeback Player of the Year, but they're going to not give it to him because he's going to be winning Defensive Player of the Year. Wow. I expect him to be right up there with the sacks. I know he only got 9 his rookie season. He hasn't even hit the double-digit marker. He's only coming into year 3. He's young. He's ready. He's hungry. And without Salah, it doesn't matter. He's going to show why he's one of the best edge rushers in the league. Moving on, Offensive Player of the Year.
Well, for me, it's going to be the guy that I picked last year, and he won. I'm going to go with him again, back-to-back. I think Derrick Henry is going to take this one home. An extra game for the guy who just got 2,000 yards. I think that with Julio and A.J. Brown being there, there's going to be no way for them to put 8 men in the box, try to stop Derrick Henry in the run game now. He's going to be running wild this year. He's going to be my guy for that Offensive Player of the Year. I think he's going back-to-back. What about you?
Love it. Great running back. I'm going with another great running back, Christian McCaffrey, another possible Comeback Player of the Year guy. Yeah. Everyone forgets that last year he was injured, and the year before that, he's only the 3rd NFL player in history to go 1,000 yards rushing, 1,000 yards receiving. He's going to do it again. This Carolina Panthers is looking amazing. You got a new quarterback in Sam Darnold with a lot of familiarity with Robbie Anderson. He's going to have DJ Moore to throw to, and now he gets CMC. Do not sleep on the Panthers offense, especially do not sleep on CMC this upcoming season. Moving on, Defensive Rookie of the Year. Who do you have?
Yeah, this one was tough, but for me, it's going to be a guy I was big on, Cody Payey. He fell into the exact system that you want him to. I think that the way that he was able to just attack people off the edge at Michigan, he's going to be able to do that. And they, the Colts, they lost to Nico Autry, who was their 3rd best guy last year in sacks, 7.5. I think that they're going to put Payey right in his spot, give him that opportunity to come off the edge. And with 2 weak guys in the division, 2 weak offensive lines, Jacksonville, Houston, you got 4 games right there where he can absolutely dominate an offense. I think that he's going to put up a big resume this year for this defense. This defense is going to be high ranked, and DeForest Buckner is going to be tearing it up right next to him. But he's going to be my Defensive Rookie of the Year, Cody Payey. What about you?
I got the same guy. You pretty much stole a lot of what I was going to say. Just to add, motor doesn't quit. He has a good change of direction, and he has a great work ethic according to all the reports. So I'm just going to move on to Offensive Rookie of the Year, and I'll take over that one to start. I'm going with a big Jack guy here, JaMarr Chase. Look, it's just not often you get to play ball with your college quarterback where you also dominated the college game. And we've actually gotten to see 3 wide receivers this year get drafted with their former quarterbacks. Jalen Waddle is going with Tua. We got Devonta Smith with Jalen Hurts and JaMarr Chase with Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
Chase, to me, was the best wide receiver in this draft. He was cleaning all the routes. Great hands. He can do it all. And when you look at what Justin Jefferson did, considering that he was a wide receiver 2 at LSU, and then what he did last year in the NFL, you expect Chase to be right up there, maybe breaking Justin Jefferson's rookie record with 17 games this season. It's a possibility, but who you got?
Oh man. I mean, he was definitely, one of my top guys. I think he's going to dominate, but I'm going to, I had to steal one of your top guys, Najee Harris. I think he's going to win the offensive rookie of the year this year in Pittsburgh. Those running backs, when they get the right system and they get the right amount of touches, we have seen a lot of running backs over the years produced under Ben Roethlisberger. And now that he's at the tail end of his career, he's definitely looking to lean, more towards a heavier running game. Stop putting so much pressure on Ben's shoulder. Give it to this beast in the backfield. This guy is able to, score on almost anything. We saw what happens at Alabama when you give him volume. I think that, he is going to be one of those guys that can get 10 touchdowns. He can get 300 rushes this year. Man, I'm so excited for Najee Harris. That thanks to you for getting me so excited to him. But yeah, he's my guy this year.
He's an absolute beast. I love him. I'm going to buy his jersey, honestly, even though I'm not a Steelers fan. But moving on, comeback player of the year. Who do you have winning that? Last year was Alex Smith. That was awesome. It was huge. Who's going to follow in his footsteps?
Yeah, you're going to like this one. I got your buddy, Danielle Hunter. Quickest to 50 sacks in his whole career. I'll tell you this, but now he has been, sidelined last year due to the surgery on herniated disc. He had to get some cleanup in his neck. Now he's going to be back, and he is ready to go. This is a guy who, he can be a 10-sack player again. The last 2 seasons back-to-back, 14.5 sacks the last time we saw this guy. So I think he's going to win. There's a lot of great candidates. We saw some tough injuries last year, but I think Hunter's going to take it home. I think he's leading a really young core and just going to be an absolute anchor for your defense. Who about you? Who's coming back this year? Who's taking that Alex Smith Award home?
We're gonna need Hunter, by the way, but I'm going with the quarterback. I got to look Dak Prescott's way. Broke his ankle, dislocated his ankle week 4 against your Giants. He's coming back. They have a great offense. They got CeeDee Lamb, they got Michael Gallup, they got Amari Cooper, they have Ezekiel Elliott. We saw in the first 4 or 5 games of last season how well he was playing, even though their record wasn't great. Dak Prescott himself was out of this world. I expect him to pick up right where it left off. And, this is a quarterback league. This is a passing league. That's just going to get the most attention, especially for an award like comeback player of the year. And when you have the talent like Dak Prescott, it's going to be right there for you for the taking. All right, last award.
Wow.
MVP. What do you got? Who's going to win MVP?
Wow, I kind of have a dark horse. I feel like my dark horse MVP candidates never, ever work out. But I'm going to go with Matthew Stafford. I think this guy, I'm talking about guys who fell in a great situation that you can expect to do great. And, with the way that Jared Goff was able to operate this McVay offense, play at okay levels at times, and still get things done, Matthew Stafford is limitless. He's got the big arm. He's able to call this offense. He's known veteran, situations. This guy now is Cooper Kupp and Robert Woods, who we have seen absolutely dominate teams season by season since they became a combo in LA. And I love Cam Akers this year, who's going to take the pressure off of Matt Stafford. So he's going to be, able to make these plays. This team's going to rack up a lot of points under Matt Stafford. They're going to be a tough division. If he's able to beat teams run by Kyler Murray, he's able to beat a team, run by Russell Wilson, he's able to win this competitive division. It's going to be tough. And this defense gives me a reason to believe he's going to have opportunity after opportunity to score this year. He's my MVP candidate, Matthew Stafford. What about you?
I love it. Look, management down, the whole Rams team and organization, they're ready and primed for a Super Bowl, another Super Bowl appearance, and hopefully a Super Bowl win. I'm going with last year's MVP, man, Aaron Rodgers. I think that this entire offseason, regardless of whether or not he's with the Packers or not, he's pissed. I think he's upset with the Packers. I think he's upset with the NFL. I think he wants to be out of there. And I think he's just going to take it out on every single team he faces week in and week out, only add to why he needs to be traded and has all of the cards in his hand instead of the Packers. I think he's in an RELAX kind of vibe right now. And I'm not looking forward to it if he's with the Packers and I'm a Vikings fan, and it's going to hurt me to watch him destroy my team. But a pissed off Aaron Rodgers is really bad for the NFL. That means he's coming in with a vengeance. And I will not doubt Aaron Rodgers ever accept an NFC championship games. That's
yeah,
the only time I will.
And like you said, when he gets in that mode where he's pissed, when these guys come back, these are competitive athletes that are ready to go. And, they don't want to take any season for granted, especially not Aaron Rodgers, especially the way they left it last year. He's coming this year. I agree.
He still holds the grudge from being dropped, and he's not going to let this grudge against the Packers go. But that's all the time that we have. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. Enjoy.
Yeah, thank you always for listening. Thank you always for supporting the show. Always remember to check us out on Instagram, just saying no G, WJS, for all of your updates, for our videos, articles. Check us out on YouTube, Just Saying Football, and check out justsayingfootball.com. Thank you.
Have a good one.